This grandma decided to change bodies. When you see her, you'll be amazed. Hello, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and comment on what you think will happen next. Let's see if you can guess right. Write your prediction below, and at the end, I'll give you the answer. In a small town surrounded by mountains, there lived an elderly woman named Sylvia. At 82 years old, Sylvia was known for her wisdom and her ability to weave the most fascinating stories of the past. However, deep in her heart, she always harbored a secret desire to experience life again in a young body. This longing, which she had considered impossible for a long time, began to grow when she found an ancient book in the town library, a book that promised the possibility of changing bodies through a mysterious ritual. Sylvia, driven by a mix of curiosity and a desperate need for a second chance, decided to embark on this unusual adventure. The ritual required meticulous preparation and a courage Sylvia wasn't sure she possessed. She spent days studying the instructions, gathering the necessary ingredients, and mentally preparing for what could be the most extraordinary journey of her life. She knew there were risks involved, but her desire for youth and vitality outweighed any fear. One night, under the light of the full moon, Sylvia ventured into the nearby forest where she was to perform the ritual. The air was filled with mystery, and the atmosphere seemed to vibrate with an unknown energy. With her heart pounding, Sylvia began to recite the words of the ritual, feeling each syllable resonate in the tranquility of the forest. As she progressed, a strange sensation began to course through her body, like an electric current. She closed her eyes, focusing on her deepest desire, as the wind whispered around her, as if the forest itself was watching her transformation. Suddenly, a flash of light enveloped her, and Sylvia felt her body fade away, as if being swept along by an invisible current. When she opened her eyes, Sylvia found herself in a young body, full of energy and vitality. She looked at her hands, now smooth and agile, and felt a surge of excitement she hadn't experienced in decades. The ritual had worked, and Sylvia, now in the body of a 20-year-old woman, realized her life had changed forever. However, with this new beginning also came new questions and challenges she had to face. How would she explain her transformation to others? What would she do with this second chance at life? As these questions swirled in her mind, Sylvia knew she was about to embark on an adventure that would change not only her life, but also the perception of the world around her. Sylvia, now in her new body, returned to the town with a mix of excitement and apprehension. As she walked through the streets she had known all her life, she noticed how the neighbors' gazes fell upon her, full of curiosity and admiration. No one recognized her, which gave her a strange sense of freedom. However, she also felt a pang of loneliness, realizing her previous identity was left behind. She decided it would be best to adopt a new name to avoid suspicion, choosing to call herself Sophia, a nod to her true self. Sophia settled into a small cabin on the edge of town, a place that had belonged to an old family friend. From there, she began to explore her new life, trying things that had seemed impossible before. She signed up for dance and painting classes, activities she had always wanted to do, but her elderly body had not allowed. Each day brought a new sense of discovery, and Sophia delighted in the energy and vitality she now possessed. However, the shadow of her secret was always present, reminding her she needed to be cautious. As weeks passed, Sophia began to form new friendships. One of her new friends was David, a young photographer who had come to the town seeking inspiration. David, intrigued by the presence of this mysterious young woman, approached Sophia with the intention of getting to know her better. Their friendship quickly blossomed, and Sophia found in him an unexpected confidant. Although she wanted to tell him the truth about her past, she feared the story would be too incredible to be believed. Still, their connection grew, and Sophia found herself increasingly comfortable in her new life. However, Sylvia's past could not be entirely forgotten. One day, while walking through the market, Sophia encountered her granddaughter, Emma, who was visiting the town. Emma did not recognize her, but Sophia felt a pang of sadness seeing her dear granddaughter so close and being unable to embrace her as before. This chance meeting led her to question her decision to change bodies. Had she done the right thing by leaving her previous life behind? As these doubts accumulated, Sophia knew she had to face her past and find a way to reconcile her two identities. Sophia, still troubled by the encounter with Emma, decided it was time to delve deeper into the book that had transformed her life. She returned to the town library, where it all began, hoping to find answers on how to handle her current situation. The librarian, a kind elderly woman named Rose, greeted her with a smile and allowed her access to the section of ancient books. As Sophia browsed the shelves, she found a journal that seemed related to the ritual book. This journal contained the experiences of other people who had attempted the same change, some successfully and others with disastrous results. As she read the stories of those who had undergone similar transformations, Sophia realized she was not alone in her experience. However, she also became aware of the dangers her new state entailed. Some accounts spoke of people who had lost their original essence, forgetting who they truly were. This filled her with fear, for although she enjoyed her new life, she did not want to lose her identity as Sylvia. She decided she needed to find a balance between her past and her present, and that the first step was to fully accept who she was now. Driven by this new determination, Sophia began to investigate more about the ritual and its possible repercussions. She wanted to ensure her transformation had no unexpected side effects. During her search, she discovered the ritual required periodic maintenance to preserve the stability of the new body. This meant she had to perform certain symbolic acts every full moon to keep her essence intact. Although this concerned her, it also gave her a sense of purpose and control over her new life. Meanwhile, her relationship with David continued to develop. He noticed Sophia seemed distracted and worried, and offered his unconditional support. Sophia, feeling increasingly comfortable with him, decided to share part of her truth. She told him about the book and the ritual, though omitting details about her true identity. David, surprisingly, was not skeptical. Instead, he was fascinated by the story and promised to help her discover more about the mysterious book. With this new alliance, Sophia felt she could face any challenge that came her way. Time passed, and with each full moon, Sophia performed the necessary rituals to maintain her new body. However, with each ritual, she also felt a deeper connection with her original essence. She began to remember details of her past life she had forgotten, like summer afternoons with her granddaughter Emma and conversations with her late husband. These memories filled her with nostalgia, but also with a renewed determination to find a way to integrate her past with her present. She knew she couldn't continue living a lie and that eventually, she would have to face the truth. One day, while walking through the forest where she had performed the ritual for the first time, Sophia found a small cabin hidden among the trees. As she approached, she discovered it belonged to a man named Samuel, a former guardian of the forest's secrets. Samuel, recognizing Sophia's energy, invited her inside and revealed he too had experienced a similar transformation in his youth. He shared his story with her and explained that the true key to maintaining the balance between her two lives was to fully accept both identities. With Samuel's support, Sophia began to work on a plan to reveal her truth to those she loved. She knew it wouldn't be easy, but she felt it was the only way to find peace. She decided she would first talk to Emma, her granddaughter, who had returned to the town for another visit. The opportunity presented itself during a local festival, where Emma and Sophia met once again. This time, Sophia gathered her courage and asked Emma to accompany her to a quiet place where they could talk without interruptions. In the forest clearing, under the moonlight, Sophia told Emma her incredible story, from discovering the book to her transformation. At first, Emma was incredulous, but as Sophia shared intimate details of her past life, Emma began to see the truth in her words. With tears in her eyes, Emma embraced Sophia, finally accepting that her grandmother had returned to her in a completely new way. This moment of deep connection marked the beginning of a new chapter in Sophia's life, a chapter where she could be authentic and surrounded by those who truly knew her. With Emma's support, Sophia felt more confident to face the world with her new identity. However, she knew she had to be cautious when revealing her secret to others. She decided the next step would be to talk to David, who was already aware of part of her story. Meeting him in his photography studio, Sophia told him the whole truth about her past as Sylvia. David, though surprised, showed an understanding and acceptance that deeply moved Sophia. Together, they began to plan how they could use her story to help others who might be going through similar situations. News of Sophia's transformation began to slowly spread through the town, soon attracting the attention of a small community of people interested in the paranormal and mystical. These individuals, many of whom had experienced inexplicable phenomena, approached Sophia seeking guidance and advice. Although initially reluctant, Sophia saw this as an opportunity to form a support network and share her knowledge about the ritual and its implications. Thus, a group was born that met regularly to discuss experiences and explore the world of the unknown. As the group grew, so did Sophia's responsibilities. She found herself acting as a sort of mentor to those seeking answers about their own lives. Although this brought her satisfaction, it also constantly reminded her of the dangers associated with the desire to change bodies. She decided it was crucial to establish clear rules for those who wanted to attempt the ritual, ensuring they fully understood the risks and consequences. This measure not only protected others, but also gave Sophia a sense of purpose and direction in her new life. Meanwhile, the relationship between Sophia and David continued to deepen. Together, they explored not only the mysteries of the ritual, but also their personal connection. David, inspired by Sophia's story, began working on a photographic project that captured the essence of transformation and identity. Through his lens, he sought to show the world the beauty and complexity of being human, a theme that resonated deeply with Sophia's experience. This project not only strengthened their bond, but also allowed them to share their story with a wider audience, opening new possibilities for the future. As time passed, Sophia realized her story had not only inspired many, but also attracted the interest of those with less noble intentions. One day, she received an anonymous letter threatening to reveal her secret to the public if she didn't share the book and the ritual with the sender. This threat filled her with unease, as she knew the knowledge in the wrong hands could cause incalculable harm. Determined to protect her new life and those who had trusted her, Sophia began to investigate who might be behind this threat. With the help of David and Emma, Sophia traced the letter to a man named Richard, a former town resident who had been expelled years ago for his dark practices. Richard, obsessed with power and immortality, had heard rumors about Sophia's transformation and was determined to obtain the secret for his own ends. Confronting Richard would not be easy, but Sophia knew she had to do it to protect her community and the balance she had found in her life. The confrontation with Richard was tense and filled with uncertainty. Sophia, accompanied by her closest friends, met him in a forest clearing, the same place where she had performed the ritual for the first time. Richard, upon seeing Sophia, tried to manipulate her with promises of power and wealth. However, Sophia stood firm, remembering the lessons she had learned about the importance of authenticity and connection with others. With the help of David and Emma, she managed to convince Richard that true power lay in accepting life as it is, without trying to force changes that could have devastating consequences. In the end, Richard, seeing the determination and unity of the group, decided to retreat, leaving Sophia and her friends in peace. This incident not only strengthened the bonds between them, but also taught Sophia the importance of protecting what truly matters. She understood her story was a testament to human resilience, and that, despite the challenges, there was always a way to find light in the darkness. With this new understanding, Sophia set out to continue her journey, knowing that, although the path might be uncertain, she would always be surrounded by those who supported and believed in her. After the confrontation with Richard, Sophia felt the need to strengthen the bonds with those who had been by her side. She decided to organize a gathering at her cabin, inviting Emma, David, and the community members who had formed around the ritual's mystery. On the night of the gathering, the atmosphere was filled with warmth and camaraderie, and Sophia took the opportunity to express her gratitude to everyone. As they shared stories and laughter, Sophia realized she had found a new family, a group of people united by shared experiences and deep mutual respect. During the gathering, David announced his photographic project was nearly complete and planned to organize an exhibition in the town to share Sophia's story and transformation. The news was met with enthusiasm, and everyone offered their support to help make the exhibition a success. For Sophia, the exhibition represented more than just an art display. It was an opportunity to tell her story in a way that would inspire others to embrace their own transformations and challenges. As the exhibition date approached, Sophia and David worked tirelessly to prepare the photographs and narratives accompanying each image. The exhibition would not only showcase Sophia's metamorphosis, but also the stories of other community members who had faced their own changes and challenges. Each photograph told a story of resilience and hope, capturing the essence of what it meant to be human. As the project took shape, Sophia felt a deep satisfaction seeing how her personal experience could positively impact others. Finally, the day of the exhibition arrived. The event drew people from all over the town and beyond, all eager to see the images and hear the stories behind them. As she walked through the gallery, Sophia felt a mix of nervousness and pride. She knew that by sharing her story, she was opening her life to others, but she was also offering a message of hope and transformation. At the end of the night, as the visitors left, Sophia realized she had found her purpose: to use her experience to inspire and guide others in their own journeys of change and self-discovery. With the exhibition's success, Sophia felt more connected to her community than ever. The positive response from visitors encouraged her to continue sharing her story and to delve deeper into her role as a mentor and leader. She decided to organize regular workshops at her cabin, where people could come together to explore their own experiences of transformation and personal growth. These workshops quickly became a safe and welcoming space, where people could share their stories and support each other. Meanwhile, the relationship between Sophia and David continued to blossom. Inspired by the exhibition's success, they began planning a trip together to explore other communities and share their message of hope and transformation. This journey would not only allow them to expand their reach, but also offer them the opportunity to strengthen their bond and discover new facets of themselves and their relationship. Sophia, excited by the prospect of this new adventure, felt grateful for the love and support she had found in David. However, before embarking on their journey, Sophia knew she needed to close some chapters of her previous life. She decided to visit her late husband's grave, bringing with her a letter in which she expressed everything she had learned and experienced since her transformation. Standing by the grave, Sophia read the letter aloud, feeling each word bring her closer to her husband and her past. This act of farewell allowed her to release any lingering sadness or regret, leaving her free to fully embrace her new life. With her heart at peace and her spirit renewed, Sophia and David set off on their journey. As they traveled from town to town, sharing their story and connecting with people from diverse backgrounds, Sophia realized her transformation had not only changed her life, but also opened a world of possibilities and connections she had never imagined. With each new friendship and story shared, Sophia found a deeper sense of purpose and belonging, knowing she was exactly where she was meant to be. During their journey, Sophia and David visited a small village in the mountains, a place known for its rich tradition of stories and legends. There, they encountered a community that had heard about their exhibition and was eager to learn more about their story. The villagers, enchanted by the idea of transformation and resilience, invited Sophia and David to participate in a local festival, where they could share their experiences and learn about the village's traditions. The festival was a vibrant celebration of culture and community, filled with music, dance, and storytelling of ancient tales. As they participated in the festivities, Sophia and David felt deeply moved by the villagers' warmth and hospitality. During one of the festival nights, Sophia had the opportunity to tell her story to a crowd gathered around a bonfire. As she spoke, she felt a palpable connection with her audience, as if her words resonated in the hearts of all present. Inspired by the community's response, Sophia decided to organize a special workshop during the festival, focused on the idea of personal transformation and the power of storytelling. The villagers, excited by the opportunity, participated eagerly, sharing their own stories of change and challenge. Through these interactions, Sophia discovered that, although each story was unique, they all shared a common thread of hope and perseverance. This realization filled her with gratitude and a renewed sense of purpose. At the end of the festival, Sophia and David bid farewell to the village with full hearts and a new understanding of the importance of community and human connection. As they continued their journey, Sophia reflected on everything she had learned and experienced since her transformation. She knew her story was just a small part of a larger tapestry of intertwined lives, and she felt honored to contribute to the rich tradition of storytelling and transformation she had encountered along her path. As Sophia and David's journey continued, they faced unexpected challenges that tested their relationship and commitment to their mission. In a bustling city, they encountered resistance from a skeptical group who doubted the authenticity of their story and accused them of deceiving the public. This confrontation was a blow to Sophia, who had worked hard to be honest and transparent about her experience. However, instead of being discouraged, she decided to face the situation with empathy and understanding. Sophia and David organized a public meeting to address the concerns of the skeptical group, inviting everyone to participate in an open discussion about their experiences and the lessons they had learned. During the meeting, Sophia shared not only her story, but also the stories of those who had found inspiration and hope through her exhibition. As she spoke, the atmosphere shifted and tensions began to dissipate. Sophia's honesty and vulnerability touched the hearts of many, and by the end of the meeting, the skeptical group was more receptive and open to dialogue. This challenge not only strengthened Sophia's determination, but also taught her the importance of patience and open communication. She understood that not everyone would be willing to accept her story immediately, but her role was to plant seeds of reflection and questioning. With this new perspective, Sophia and David continued their journey, more united than ever and determined to keep sharing their message of transformation and hope. As they traveled, Sophia also reflected on the importance of forgiveness and acceptance, both towards others and herself. She learned that every challenge was an opportunity to grow, and that, although the path might be difficult, there was always a way to overcome obstacles with grace and compassion. With this understanding, Sophia felt more prepared than ever to face any challenge that might arise on her path, knowing she had the unconditional support of David and the community they had built together. As Sophia and David approached the end of their journey, they found one last stop in a coastal town known for its natural beauty and rich history. There, they were welcomed by a vibrant and welcoming community that invited them to participate in a special event, a storytelling contest celebrating local traditions and new voices. Sophia, excited by the opportunity, decided to participate, seeing this as the climax of her journey and an opportunity to share her story in a new and powerful way. The storytelling contest was held in an open-air amphitheater overlooking the sea. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation and excitement, and Sophia felt a mix of nervousness and enthusiasm as she prepared to take the stage. When her turn came, she took a deep breath and began to tell her story, from her life as Sylvia to her transformation and the journey she had undertaken with David. As she spoke, the sound of the waves and the murmur of the audience faded away, leaving only the connection between Sophia and her audience. The response was overwhelming. At the end of her story, the audience erupted in applause, and Sophia felt a surge of gratitude and satisfaction. She had reached the moment of truth, where her story could be shared and celebrated, not just as an individual experience, but as part of a larger tapestry of human stories. This moment of deep and genuine connection marked the culmination of her journey, and Sophia realized she had found her voice and purpose. After the contest, Sophia and David were approached by numerous community members who shared their own stories of transformation and thanked Sophia for her bravery and honesty. This exchange of experiences further strengthened her conviction that storytelling was a powerful tool for change and human connection. With a heart full of hope and gratitude, Sophia knew that, although her physical journey was coming to an end, her mission to share and connect with others was just beginning. With the storytelling contest behind them, Sophia and David returned to their hometown, carrying with them the experiences and lessons learned during their journey. Upon their arrival, they were greeted with enthusiasm by their community, eager to hear about their adventures and the stories they had shared. Sophia, with a renewed sense of purpose, dedicated herself to organizing a series of workshops and events in the town, aiming to inspire others to explore their own stories and transformations. As she worked on these projects, Sophia also began writing a book about her experience, intending to share her story with a wider audience. Through her words, she hoped to inspire others to embrace their own changes and challenges and find strength in community and human connection. The writing process not only allowed her to reflect on her journey, but also provided her with a new platform to share her message of hope and resilience. As her book took shape, Sophia also focused on strengthening ties with her family, especially with Emma, who had been a constant source of support and love. Together, they explored new ways to connect and share their stories, creating a legacy of storytelling and connection that transcended generations. This focus on family and community gave Sophia a deep sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, knowing her story had positively impacted those she cared about most. With her book published and her community flourishing, Sophia realized she had found her place in the world. Although her journey had begun with a desire for change and transformation, she had discovered that true power lay in the connection and love she had found along the way. With this understanding, Sophia looked to the future with hope and determination, knowing that, although the path might be uncertain, she would always be surrounded by those who supported and believed in her. And so, with a heart full of gratitude, Sophia set out to embrace each new day as an opportunity to grow, learn, and share her story with the world. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And now, you have a new video appearing on the screen, full of unexpected twists and touching moments. Click and get ready for another inspiring story.